Okay.
It's dark. It's a dark live stream. There's 2 people here already. That just you and me?
There you are.
Aha, there I am. It's just you and me. Is that who's here? Oh, 4 people. There must be more than that. I don't see anything in my live chat.
Yep, they're showing up.
Oops.
Here they come.
Huh. Oh, Lori's here. Hi, Lori. Who else is here? Family is everyone. Brittany, Katie. I can't see everyone. My eyes are really bad. Hey, everybody. We were early, so I thought maybe I'd play with the cards for a little while until 8 o'clock came. And if you wanted me to do some drawing for you guys, see, I am, I'm not only shuffling, but I'm dropping the cards. I have the elemental deck here, so I thought it might be fun. I also have the Blake deck here, which is really heavy duty, if you guys wanted to play with anything. These are really wide cards. They're really wide, so I shuffle them this way because my hands are too small to shuffle the other way. So if you guys want me to pull a card for you, I got my moderator just walked off. So
I need to move this up. I feel like I'm being interrogated.
Thank you. Okay. I had the light in his eyes. He didn't like it. So what would you like to do? Anybody want me to pull a card? See if you have a question, and I will see if I can get you an answer from the cards while we're waiting for everybody to show up for the other stuff. Because at 8 o'clock we'll go to the trying to the usual stuff, or unless you have a paranormal question. If you have a paranormal question about ghosts, goblins, things that go bump in the night, I can talk about that stuff too until we get to our actual reading stuff where I can talk to your dead people. Yeah. Hey, everybody who told me you'd be here and you're here. That's a great job. I think that's awesome.
King Majestic is asking about her boyfriend.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Tell me when to stop. Well, she can't really tell me in live time, so I'm just gonna pick one I'm just gonna cut for you. Oh, the relationship with your boyfriend looks pretty good. Let me see. But it's not perfect, but you do have it's not a bad relationship. It is subject to changing. It looks to me like, ooh. Okay, here's the thing on your relationship, okay? What I see with your relationship is that it maybe isn't as powerful as it has been before, but you have an opportunity to bring it back to that to that feeling where you really feel, or where the relationship really feels as powerful it is, because the relationship has a lot of energy in it, and the relationship is one of those relationships where it can be really big and really powerful and awesome, or it can just really flutter out. I think that, let me, you know what? I'm going to pull Blake cards. They're better for quick pulls. And let me just mix the Blake. See, I do shuffle. Let me just, I love that now. It's like, it used to be, I know her name is Shanann, and now it's, yes, I do shuffle. You guys are great. Let me cut. Yeah, it really does have potential, and it really is I think it's a good relationship. I think you're going to get along good with your boyfriend. I'm not worried. Okay, messages from dads and messages from people, that starts at 8. So, I mean, basically, I'm just testing to see if people got their notifications, which is awesome. And, oh, England, you made it. It must be like 1 or 2 in the morning there. I'm glad you made it. Okay, so do we have any more questions for the cards until we start talking about other stuff? Anything about moms or anything about people looking over you? We don't need to pull cards for that. Oh, somebody got their notification.
Yvette.
I need my moderator to tell me what's going on.
I sure got my notification from Yvette.
Okay. Who wants a card? Okay, somebody wants a card, right? Tell me who wants a card.
Shannon.
Okay, Shannon wants a card. Shannon, you got a card of passage. You're moving into something interesting is going to happen in your life. You're moving into a place of change. I don't know if it's something new, a new person, a new relationship. Generally, this card means something like something different that's not a person. A new job, a new hobby, a new something. So keep your eyes out for that, because it looks like it looks like it's going to be something that has to do with a hobby or a state of mind. Let me cut another one for you. It's a mystery. We don't know what it is yet. You're probably not sure what it is yet, but yeah, you're totally innocent to it right now, which means you don't have any real idea of what it is right now, but it's going to be awesome when you find it. Okay, who else can I cut a card for?
Brittany Zeminski.
Okay, everybody who's asking about passed away ones, we start that at 8:00. Okay, Brittany. Wow, Brittany, you have some awesome things coming in your life. You are very empathic, and oh boy, you're being empathic is going to get you through some anything that's bothering you in your life. It says here that you will be able to hold your empathic senses to make reasons out of life, because your life may have some issues like everyone else's life, but if you use your sense of feeling more than trying to reason it out, because it looks like in the past you may have been if you try to reason things like the reason for this is A, B, C, D, you're not going to get to a place where you're happy. But if your reasoning is, I feel this way, I know it doesn't completely make sense, but I'm going to choose that way anyway, you're going to be better off. Now, are we running a super chat? I think we're running a super chat. So that means that, and I just wanted to let you guys know, once in a while, somebody might put up a tag, and it looks like a box on the chat that might have a picture in it. And those people might be, anywhere like from 99 cents to God knows what. And last time we had those things going on and we read for those people first, or we, went to their relatives first. And a lot of people started to get upset and said, why did they get a reading before I got a reading? And it's because they were supporting the channel. It wasn't because they were more important. And honestly, people think you have a YouTube channel, you're raking in, sorry about that, maybe that's a Freudian slip, money hand over fist, but unless you're really a big up there YouTuber, you're not. I can honestly tell you I haven't made $500 on this channel in the 4 years that I've been doing this. So when people do that, we just sort of honor them by bumping them up as a thank you. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, because a lot of people were hurt by that. I'm not asking anyone to do that. We don't expect that, but just please understand if that happens. Okay, so who else wants a card picked?
Okay, did we do Tracy Lovan?
Okay, do we do Tracy?
Tracy, no, you just finished Brittany, correct?
Right.
Yeah, okay, Tracy Lovan.
Okay.
And I'm going to apologize if I pronounce people's names incorrectly.
All righty. Okay, Tracy. Ooh. Wow. Okay, Tracy. It looks like uh you're really smart. Okay, Tracy. It looks like you're a really smart person, and it's hard for you to balance. Oops, I hit the wrong button here. Sorry, guys. It's hard for you to balance. Sometimes it's hard for you to balance being smart and being creative, and it kind of makes you feel sort of depressed inside because you really don't feel like everyone around you sees how smart you are, and you kind of feel down about that. But you just, and it takes away your energy. But you just have to stop thinking about what other people think. You know what I mean? Just stop worrying about what other people think, because um it's just causing division in your and it's taking away your energy. And it says here that that it's not true, and that when you just let go of that, when you just let go of people's the way people are judging you, you can just it'll just transform your life, because that you're not the way people think you are. You are so much more than what people think you are. Okay. um uh
Tell me when you're ready.
uh oh, someone here, she said something. Oh, Shannon, if anyone else, if certain people. Okay, let's say, so what else do we have? Somebody else need a card? I am shuffling. um we got 10, almost 10, like 7 minutes to 8. Who else needs a card?
Oh, sorry, I was typing something. Family is everything.
Okay, well, family is everything. All right, sweetheart. Let me. You guys are so great. I have the best subs on the entire platform. Okay. Oh, sweetie, you have the hardest time getting any rest. Okay, what I see here is I see a person who is always thinking. Somebody who's always thinking to the point where they feel like their brain can't rest. It's like you just want to, your brain just wants to get some rest. You're always trying to balance what you believe with everything, religion, facts, like, this is how it's supposed to be, this is what religion says, but this is what my beliefs say. You're always trying to put all these parts together in a reflection, plus what life is telling you, like everything going on around you with life. And it's like your mind's always going. The card, let's see what the card suggests you could do about that. Okay, the cards are suggesting that you either are an artist of poetry or music. Now, I don't know if that's true, because the cards aren't coming out and saying this is it. But if you are an artisan in some way, um, the painting keeps coming up, and I don't know, painting and poetry. But if you are a painter or a poet, it's saying that those things would be good for you to put some of the energy in to help you sort out your thoughts. But otherwise, be aware of what you're thinking and just think it and let it go. You don't need answers to questions that have no answers. And that's what the cards are pretty much saying. I hope that fits.
Okay, ready for the next one?
Yeah, we got time for a couple more.
Chastity.
Okay. Oops. Let me give them a good toss.
King Majestic 7 is asking that you please drink some water.
Okay, sweetheart. And I breathe funny because I have allergies. I never breathe right, and I'm so sorry. All righty. I have no idea if this is going to fit. I'm just going to say like it is, okay? You are in a situation where either you are jealous of someone or someone else is in a situation where they're jealous of you. And it's not like envy. It's more, oh, I did it again. I am so sorry. I have got to get this keyboard away from me. It's sort of a natural type of a thing. It's almost like you have this relationship and it's I wouldn't say you're in a love jealousy. It's almost like a jealousy between a family member or yeah, it's like a family member that's never sat right with you, and it's been a long, I don't know, it's like they always got everything or something like that. And there's this conflict, and it's a disconnect. You never connected right with them. And the cards are really saying that this is something that you need to go through the passage of this and let this go through you so that you can get to a point of peace. It may not seem like a big thing in your life from day to day, but it is something that's sort of stuck in that part of you that wants to grow. And so, yeah, it's right there, and it's right here. And you see the card? Oh, I'm sorry. You see, this is the card. And if you see, we have the family card and we have the jealousy card. And it's just sort of there, and it's hanging there. And I'm sorry that isn't the best reading of all, but it does say that it is very doable. You just have to look for it, see where it is, and then say, I'm going to let this go. And remember, the interesting thing about letting things go like that is quite often when you see them, you could say, wow, I didn't know that was there. And then you can let it go. Because if you didn't know it was there, it can't be that important. Okay. All right. 1 minute. So I got one last one.
Can you do Katie Higgins?
Okay. Katie Higgins. Yeah, Lori says spell check. Spell checker doesn't even get me from time. I say something spelled. Okay, Katie. Katie Higgins. I'm sorry. I always sound like I'm gonna. All right. Ooh. We got another person here who's not. She has her problems with. Katie doesn't feel free to be herself. She just doesn't. She somehow feels like life is holding her down. She doesn't feel like, or people are holding her down. But she has this angel of creativity in her, and she's hiding behind. I have to be. I got to be smart. I got to almost like smart is more important than angelic in front of some people. It's like I have to hide my true self, but she has this intense, beautiful angel on her shoulder. You really have this beautiful angel on your shoulder. And, but it's like when you see this angel, it's almost like, that can't be real. That can't be real. I mean, maybe I'm just imagining it, because why would an angel like that be hanging with me? And, so, but I think that that's, an error on your part. You really have this angel on your shoulder, and so you need to embrace that angel instead of trying to keep not thinking about it and trying, because you really do have this intense, beautiful angel and you're not, you got to let it through. You got to just stop reasoning yourself out of that beauty. Okay, so let's get talking. Okay.
From family is everything. Did you just answer them?
No, I haven't. I'm just putting the cards away.
Gotcha. Does Trina Jeffers have any messages for her daughter Elizabeth?
Trina. She says it's okay when you don't miss her. It's okay those times. You're not betraying her at all, and she always loves you. The time is nothing to her, and that when you see her, you'll realize that you haven't been away, and that it's okay when you, on those times where you don't remember her, you don't have to feel bad that you've forgotten her. That's okay. That's okay. And she just wants you to feel that. There's, I guess there's this sense, aside from, they always say, I love you, I miss you. But, I kind of take that for granted unless they say, I hate you, but they never do. But she does say that she just wants you to know that there's nothing wrong when you forget her. Like when you realize, I haven't thought about her for so long. And then you think about her. And then you feel bad that you forgot her, that you hadn't been thinking. And that's okay. Don't worry about that. Especially on Mother's Day, it's, invite her. And this is something for everybody. If you've lost a mother or a grandmother, invite them. Anybody on a holiday, just invite them to come hang out. Just invite them. Say, I love you. We're having a holiday. Please be there in spirit with us. Just come and be there in spirit, especially your mother, your grandmother, your aunts, people who you were close to, who you'd normally have Mother's Day with. And just say, come. And if someone gave you flowers, have them come and look at the flowers and enjoy the flowers with you. Something like that. People, spirits on the other side, they really, really enjoy that. They're not haunting you. They're visiting. Next.
Next question is from Carolyn Ross. Does my uncle Harry McDonald have a message for me?
Can you write that one down and we'll get back to it, because I can feel him there, but he's not talking. I think he's waiting to see how we do this. Was he a very cautious man? Because I can feel him, but he's like, I want to see how this works first. Do you know what I mean? He's not like running and saying, I got it. He's standing back, waiting. And so ask me in a couple of minutes again, maybe 5 minutes again. And remember her name so we can get back to her.
I have it tagged here.
Okay, because I wanna get back to this, because he doesn't want to rush in. He is here, but he doesn't want to rush in. Okay, so who else do we have?
From Allison Welch. Please, can I have a message from my husband, Paul? Thank you, from the UK.
He had a, I can almost hear this silly pet name he called you. And it wasn't mother, but it was something like that. Anyway, he's okay. I can't quite make out the pet name, but he had a pet name he always called you. And I know sometimes he called you love, but it wasn't love. It was it wasn't mother, but I don't know why I can't think of it. It's not coming through, but he is okay. He's watching over you. He thinks that he says that he didn't think you were as funny. He wasn't getting the quote, he wasn't getting the joke before, but now he thinks you're delightful. And now he thinks that everything you do is just about delightful. And he's okay with the choices you're making now. And I'm not sure what that means, but I think you're making some choices that he thinks that you would think he wouldn't be okay with, but he's okay with them. So don't worry about what you're doing. He's okay with that. Does that make sense? Okay, and who's next?
Amy P. Does my grandpa and brother-in-law see me on the sorry for the English here, see me on the right path? Will I marry the man I'm with? Am I doing what I should be doing with my life?
Okay, let me ask them. Your grandpa loves the guy you're with. Your brother's like, you know how brothers are, though. They both think you're okay. But the idea is that they're both saying, your path is your path. They can't choose your path, but your grandfather's always saying, he says he's always saying that he'd like you to be queen, princess. He wanted you to be a doctor, not a nurse, president, not senator. I mean, whatever it is, your brother's okay with what you're doing. They watch out for you. You have more family in the past that's also spirit guides. Your brother is not necessarily your spirit guide, though he visits you. And your grandfather is spirit guide over several people in your family. They watch over you. You are well protected. What was the other question she asked? Because they're telling me other things. They're saying something about a white sweater or a white crocheted sweater, or something about some white sweater, and that's very good luck. I don't know if it's a white sweater or a white jumper. That it's very good luck. Or I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Her brother's saying it. I don't know if maybe it's for one of her children. I have no idea, but because I see him giving it to her. He's giving her this white jumper. Maybe it's energetic and she should put it on. Or maybe if he gives it to her energetically, I could put it on her. And it's like an energy that's around her that's going to keep her safe. Okay. She's on the right path. She's doing fine. What was her other question? Do you remember?
Am I going to marry the man I'm with? And am I doing what I should be doing with my life?
She's doing what she should be doing. Her grandfather says, yes, marry him. Her brother says, So are you going to marry him? Your grandfather says yes. Your brother's not 100% sure. I think you should make your own choice. That's me. But if I look at the guy you want to marry, he wants to marry you. So I hope that helps. Wow, your grandfather is an interesting fellow. Okay, who's next?
I have Hillary Bannister.
Yeah.
Does my friend Timothy Allen West have any messages for me?
Timothy Allen West.
And she is in Denver.
Okay, I got this guy. He says he's him. And I want to run this by you because I don't know if I got a different Timothy West, but this guy jumped. And he said it was just tell her it was a pretty good ride while it lasted, but nothing lasts forever. I don't know. Okay, but I'm getting that he wants to say, this is what he wants to say. He wants to say that he feels like when someone passes away and you tell them they're in a better place now, he feels like you're telling someone the dog's happier because now they live on a farm. It's like telling people that the person is in heaven, which means that they're better off without you, without the people they loved on earth. It's like, oh, earth sucks, so now they're in heaven where it's good. And he doesn't want you to feel that way. He wants everyone who ever knew him, loved him, were part of him, that he loved that. He's okay and everything's good where he is and he's happy, but he really loved the people he was with too. And so he doesn't want to say, oh, I'm happy, everything's good here, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't want people to feel like that. He still wants them to feel like no matter what was going on there, I really loved everybody there. I really loved everything there. I hope that makes sense because that's what he's telling me. Okay, who else do we got?
Second here. Jumping up down here. From Family is Everything. Does Richard Nays or Ben Day have any messages for Allie?
I heard put away your toys. I don't know why. That's only thing I got was put away your toys. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm really sorry. It's like I'm thinking to myself, what? That's all I got right now. I don't know where it's coming from, so it'll probably fill in a little bit. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
We'll come back to it. Oh, who was it? This fellow, who was it that needed her uncle?
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Because he's edging closer here.
Sorry, I'm copying and pasting like mad.
Oh, who's the green box?
I've got it here. Hang on.
Okay, we have a couple of. We have one at the top that's fading.
Carolyn Ross had asked about Uncle Harry McDonald, having a message for her.
Okay, he's coming closer, and he said that he said it's okay. Life isn't always easy. Death isn't all okay. You don't have to be a poet. He was just reading me this, telling life isn't always easy. Death isn't always easy. He says, he's really sorry. He says sorry's not enough. He's really sorry, but sorry's not enough. And he loves you, and he's doing a lot. He's doing a lot to make everything better. I don't know. He's holding his head down, and he says he it's okay. He says I'm telling him it's okay because where he is, I guess, I don't know. but he's saying he's doing a lot, and he seems very like he's like they have him working through something. I don't want to go too much further on that. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know that I feel almost like either he's almost like he's not. I don't even know if you're aware of what he's sorry for. I don't know. I don't want to go there. Okay, let's
Okay.
oh boy, that's painful.
From Mary Holloman.
Yeah.
John Francis, did you know what was happening when you died? She cried about it. She still cries about it every day. And
Not really. When after you forget.
and what do you think of the field I'm in? I think the question is in reference to John Francis.
Okay. When you die, he's saying, when you die, you forget. And he's always proud of you no matter what. You could be working in a factory putting screws on the end of bolts, but he's very proud of you. He's sorry for what you had and do go through. And he's really glad that you came. He's really, really glad that you're here to hear this. Oh my God, he's in tears. He just wants you to know not to he wants you to know not to hurt anymore. Because there's no pain anymore. There's no hurt anymore. There's no fear anymore. There's no surprise. There's no shock. There's easy. Everything's easy. And you can feel honor. You could feel positive things. Don't be afraid anymore. Think of it as transformation, and realize that it's not remembered anymore. The good things, the wonderful things, the things that you don't even know are remembered. Okay? Is that okay? Okay. What else have we got, hon?
Okay. Start scrolling back up. Take a deep breath. Get some water.
Yeah.
Okay. From Chelsea Marlowe. Does my mom or my aunt or grandparents have anything they want to say to me?
Were you a smoker or are you a smoker? Oh, I can't ask her because she can't answer. But because either your grandmother or your aunt where did that come from? Your grandmother or your aunt is telling you to put the cigarettes down. And I'm not feeling a sense that you're a smoker, so that's strange. Hang on. That got my body running down. I'm so sorry. I'm so gross. I'm so sorry. Um, you they want you to take care of your health. Your all of them are saying, don't rush, take care of yourself, don't rush. It's okay. Um, make the best of what you have. You know, there's no rush to get to eternity. After a while, eternity can get boring. You know, your mother's funny because she just said, "How long can you sit on a cloud and play a harp before you get sick of it?" Well, I don't know if she was funny in life, but she's funny here. Anyway, yeah, you need to. They said they want you to make sure you're taking care of yourself. You got a lot of things going with. Is there a wedding coming up or something? Because I'm seeing a bride and a groom. I don't know if that's somebody else I'm picking up, but she's saying take care of yourself and try. It's almost impossible, but try to relax and focus on yourself for a change. Focus on what's important. And that's pretty much what they're saying. Um okay, what have we got?
Sheree Walters was wondering if my mom came through and has any messages for me. And can you tell me what happened to her, or can she tell you what happened to her that night?
Okay, I'm not sure if she's the one I'm picking up. Oh, I hope this isn't your mom. Was your mom the one that I'm picking up that was found by the police and she had been there was a person that the police found that had been I don't even want to say the word I'm picking there's a few people in the crowd the crowd behind me. There's a young man who was shot a couple of times. There's an older man who was mugged and beaten, and then eventually he died in hospital. And there is a woman who had been sexually assaulted, robbed, and died. And then there's another woman who died more or less the same way. I don't know if any of these belong to anyone here. I don't know if any of these are your mother, because when you said something, none of them spoke up.
Message here from Shreyu is would really love to same person. Would really love to hear from my mom, but if anyone else is there with a message for me, I'd love to hear it. We spoke before about my mom. Before email, she was murdered. I feel I don't understand the last part.
Okay, your mom and dad, I know you're feeling them around. And I know that you feel that they're angry at you, and I think they're angry at you because they don't understand what's going on in your life, and they're blaming you for something that's not in your control. And I think we might have talked about that. I'm going to talk to them, and I'm going to, because as soon as I mention them, they're here, and I'm going to talk to them, and I'm going to tell them that that it's not your fault. Nothing, this is nothing they need to be involved with. And they still love you. They get it. They just get it. But the thing is, they haven't crossed over. They're still sort of spirits they're not spirits like spirits. They're like ghosts like spirits, and they need to cross over. And so I'm going to have one of my spirit guides hold on to them, and we're going to cross them over after, because they need to be crossed over. They can't just stay where they are. They have to be crossed over. And they're going to we're going to get them out of your life, and they're going to come back when they're crossed over as something positive. And we're going to clear everything out where you are, because this is not right. And your daughter's fine. Now that we got them out, your daughter's fine. And she's fine. She loves you. She's good. I can see her smiling, and she's good. She's really good. And, they were trying to get around you, and they can't now. Okay, who do we got next?
Next is family is everything.
Oh, why don't you get to somebody else? Unless, because we've talked to them 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, we should talk to them again.
Okay.
I'm going to tag it.
Okay.
We'll come back to them, okay?
Oh, no, we can get to them then.
To my brother-in-law, Michael Dryden, where were you going the night you died? Any messages for Jillian or Matthew?
Oh, boy. I hate these questions, because usually they're not going someplace good. Where was he going the night he died? Okay, guy. Could you give me his name again? The guy who was going.
Trying to get there. Michael Dryden.
Michael Dryden.
Messages for Jillian or Matthew.
Okay, he is reluctant to tell me. You know what he's saying to me? He's saying it doesn't matter now, does it? He doesn't want to tell me. He says it doesn't matter now, does it? And I find that when they say that, he doesn't matter now, does it? Unless they're saying it in a certain tone, it usually means that they were going to see someone that maybe they shouldn't have seen, like a married man seeing a woman. He's like, no, that wasn't it. Come on, tell me what it is. Was he an alcoholic? Because he just said to me, I was doing something that I shouldn't. And then he said, I was going to a liquor store or beer. He said, I was going to a beer run. And I said, beer? And he said, well, some hard liquor. So I don't know if he was an alcoholic, but for whatever reason, he was getting liquor that he wasn't supposed to be getting. Something like that. I don't know where he was going, if it was a long trip or not a long trip, if he was doing this like a cross-country trip and then he was stopping at a motel or something and just on his way out to get liquor. I don't know, because he's not showing me that. But when he actually I have no idea. Now he's showing me an airplane because I said something. He's like, oh, yeah, I was leaving on a jet plane. I don't know why he's doing that in my head, but he really doesn't want me to know. But I think he was getting some liquor, hard liquor. I don't know. I don't know why he's doing that. I have a person here. All right. This person's name is, okay, I have a Ralph and a Raul over here. Because Raul, I started saying Ralph in my head. As soon as I said Raul, he went in and said, yeah, Raul. I got a Ralph and a Raul. All right. Ralph is about, I don't know, 50, 60 years old, and he died of a heart attack. Raul over here died of a drug overdose. If those belong to anybody who's here today, please let me know. Okay.
Okay, next one.
Oh, Elaine, who's leaving from England, does she need anything before she goes? She came all the way from England. It's 1 or 2 in the morning there. I thought maybe we could catch her if she goes.
Might be gone already.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. We'll give her a minute. Just
Okay, well.
yeah, I think she's gone.
Oh, okay. I just happened to look up.
Yeah. Okay. Lulu.
Yeah.
Any messages from my son John Ostovich, who passed away in 2019?
Did he have cancer? As soon as I heard the name, I thought cancer. But let me see, John. He said, "Stop worrying, Mom. You're always worrying." He says, "I love my mom because she worries too much, but she drives me crazy because she worries too much. But I'm always there. I'm the one who's making all those little noises that she hears, the noises that drive her crazy, the noises that have been driving her crazy. I don't mean to like get her scared. I don't mean to like scare her or anything. And and everyone's like, oh yeah, he's around, and she'll say he's around, and people look at her, but I am around, he says, but she worries too much. Is that okay?
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Sure.
Joanne Goldsnyder.
Yeah.
I would love to hear from Cassidy, who died in a car accident. She was my son's girlfriend.
As soon as she said that, a Cassidy from the 80s said, I hear, but I don't think that's the same Cassidy. Cassidy, your son's girlfriend who died in a car accident. Okay, Cassidy. Her son doesn't happen to be named Michael. I have a Cassidy here who's a Michael. Okay. I don't know. I have asked for Cassidy. I've got 3 different Cassidys. I got a Cassidy who died in 1987. I got 2 Cassidys from the 2000s, and one of them died who was dating a Michael, and the other one, she died in, I think, 2018, and she hasn't told me much. And she engaged to him, because this one I think is engaged. And was your son hurt in the car accident, or was she alone see, this is when it's good to be able to talk to somebody. I don't know what I can do on this one. Was your son in the car? Because I think the one in 87, the son was the boy was in the car. The one with the Michael, I don't think he was in the car, and the other one, I think he was in the car. I'm so sorry. I don't think I'm not getting enough on this one. Email me and maybe I can help you out with this one. I'm sorry. So what else do we have?
Scrolling back up. Okay. Emma Lou, I just lost the love of my life in September.
Oh, I'm
and
so
my
sorry.
grandson in November. Can you see if I might have a message? Very.
Well, that is so sad.
Emotionally.
I can feel that. Yeah. Your love is still with you. I mean, you know, he's like a spirit guide. I don't want to say he, but I almost got told. Anyway, a spirit guide. You have this beautiful spirit guide over you now, and that was the love of your life. Absolutely gorgeous light over you. And I know right now it's hard. I think it's hard for you to feel all of that presence around you at one time because the sadness is still there. And I think sometimes when you feel that presence, you actually feel sad because it reminds you of that feeling of the hole in your heart. And then when your grandson died, that hole even got bigger. And your grandson, of course, is fine. It's so hard. Your grandson, though, the energy of your grandson, that part of your grandson that's crossed over is more staying in the ethereal and visiting where he wants to be. Whereas this love of yours is with you. So when you have a moment, and it's so hard, I know it's so hard to just say, when you have a moment, let it flow into you. I know that's so hard to say, but if you can, when you start to feel that sense of loss, if you can find a quiet spot and realize that that is a horrible loss on this level, but the energy of he's still there in that part that wasn't physical. I know you can't hold him, you can't touch, you can't kiss, you can't embrace, you can't talk in a baba physical sense, but that energy, that light can come and fill you. It's not the same, but it's something. I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. I can feel that pain, and I'm so very sorry.
The next is from, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just, sometimes it's hard, especially if you're on the same frequency.
The next is from the Jungle Room. My mom died 2 years ago this week. Her name was Carolyn. I felt drawn to come here and was wondering if there's a reason.
Let's see, Carolyn. Your mother's interesting. She said, "What do you want to know?" I'm like, "Okay, Carolyn, are you there?" And she's like, "I'm here. What do you want to know?" Very forthright. some spirits, they're just something else. Anyway, she's here. I told her that you want to know that you came here, and so she must have something to tell you. That that she brought you here. And first off, she wants you to know that she's okay. She has all her fingers and toes. And I just told her she doesn't have fingers and toes, but she laughed and said, she said, you know what I'm talking about. She has all her fingers and toes and her faculties are fine. And she's like, the whole family's waiting. We're all here. We're having a good time. Everybody's waiting for everybody till we put the turkey on the table. I don't know. That's kind of what she said. I don't know if that's typical of her, but that's how she's talking now. And she said, she said that she wants to encourage you to do it. She wants to encourage you to do it. To do not that bad thing. That's how she said, not that bad thing, but to do that good thing that you have in your mind. Not that bad thing, but that other thing. And that's how she told me. Tell her not that bad thing, but the other thing. And very interesting character, your mother. Whew. Not like my father. My father would say, you got to go on Thursday. It's 3 miles down the road. Actually, he'd say it's 3 miles down the road. And then go, 3 miles down the road.
Are you ready for the next?
Yeah, sure.
From Evelyn Hidalgo. Any messages from my daughter, forgive the pronunciation, Eliane Medina, and tell her I miss her so much, and so does her sister and Granny. We love her very much. Love her so much. Eliane Medina.
Yeah.
Eliane.
Yeah. What a beautiful girl. Yeah. Yeah, she says she loves you all. She says she's talking very fast. I'm trying to get her to slow down so that she's very excited. Very, very excited. She's very excited because she wants me to tell you she's talking to you all the time. She's talk. And she wants you to hear her. And so she comes back and she talks, and then she comes back and she talks, and she comes back and she talks. And I don't know if this is going to make any sense, but she says she's going to make the parakeet talk. I don't know. She's just going and going and going and going. And but she wants to help everywhere. She wants to do everything. She's very happy, but she's happy with you too. She's very happy coming back home. And she's very happy at home. She's bringing all kinds of happy back and forth and back. And she's going to be there for Mother's Day. And she's going to be there for someone's birthday. And she's going to be there for, I guess there's some holiday coming. And she's going to be there. Oh boy, she's going on. Talk, 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 talk. And she wants me to say, De amo or De ama or something like that. Anyway, she's crazy in love with you guys, and she's really happy. So I hope that's good, because she's like really hyper.
Okay, next one from The Beauty and the Boys. Is
Yeah.
there a Jose or a Victoria that are coming through with a message for me?
Was Victoria ever called Vivi? Because there's a Vivi here. Let's say, have you been thinking of going back to school? Because Victoria is saying you're not too old to go back to school. You're never too old to go back to school. And even if you take one class, you can go back to school. And even if you can do that. And I don't know if she's your Victoria or if she's someone else's, because I can't connect really strongly, but that's what this Victoria is saying, and I assume she's yours. And I'm not getting a Jose right now. Hang on, let me focus on these people behind me for a minute. Oh. She's really supportive. She really is very supportive of you. And she's very, all I can say is she really is supportive. She's really like cheering for you. She really, she just really is cheering for you. And he loves you. He loves you, but he's more the quiet type. I see him as more sort of the, quiet type of guy. So he, at least around me, he's not really talking to me, but he's here, and, and he loves you, and he's supporting, and he's just kind of looking at me like, okay, I'm here, and I just wanted to know, but I'm not going to say much. Next, who do we have?
One sec. My system's bouncing on me. Okay, next is from Shri Walters. Again, her name's Pamela Walters. She wants. She said, "My mom's name is Pamela Walters. If you can reach her."
Pamela Walters. Where's she from? Because, this I hate. I would love to ask people live. That's why I wish we had sound. Because I got a George Walters, and I wonder if they're related. Okay, Pamela Walters. Ooh. Oh, she right now I see her in a very, very bright place. Very, very, very bright place. I don't think we're going to be able to reach her right now, because I think that she's even progressed higher than a spirit. I think she's gone on even higher than a spirit. She's in such a bright, high energy place that she's like progressing up and up and up the ladder. So yeah, she's beyond reaching. She's like whoop, evolving in spirit. That's why when I focus on her, it's like this beautiful place. It's like giving me shivers. Yeah, she's hit the jackpot. Ooh, we should all be there. That is so nice. She's in a great place. Okay. Who's in the orange?
Jenny Cooper. That's Tony. She's very supportive. Thank you very much, Tony.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Jenny Cooper. Does my husband forgive me for not being there to save him that night? Does he forgive me?
His exact words, "Oh God, yes. How could you think I wouldn't? How could you think I wouldn't? Please. Of course I forgive you. Of course I forgive you. I love you. Of course I forgive you. You would forgive me, wouldn't you? Of course, you know you would. There's nothing to forgive. It's just destiny. It was just the way it was. It was just the way the cards fell. Hey, I read cards. Be careful. Yes, I do. He said it was just the way it was. And of course, he doesn't have to forgive you because he never was angry. Never really. Never really. He loves you. He says that he's never, ever, ever been upset with it. Never. Sometimes when you're alive, you don't understand, but it's okay. It really is okay. No, don't even think about it again, is what he's told me. Don't even think about it again. What a sweet guy. His energy, I don't know what it was like when he was alive, but his energy now is so sweet. Like a really nice guy.
Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Daphne C.
Yep.
Any messages for me, Jose or Eva, my parents?
Daphne, there are so many people behind here who want to send you messages of you are awesome, we love you, we're your family. It's like I have all of, what is that? Familytree.com or whatever.com behind me. I have got the whole high school band behind me. I swear to God, as soon as I opened up to you, I have your family tree and all your friends, and my God, you might feel like you're the most alone person in the world. I don't know. I'm not saying you are. I have no idea if that's how you feel. Maybe because all of the people you have ever known are behind me. But as soon as I opened up to you, it's like I swear to God, I have the Macy's Day Parade behind me. All these people saying they love you, they support you, they want you to know that they're all here for you, and that all you have to do is say, I need you. And it'll be like a magic show around you. You just have to ask. You just have to ask. And if you need anything from God or creation, you could even say, could you guys ask God for a favor for me? I mean, like you don't have to pray to them, but it's almost like the Catholics praying to a saint. I don't know if anyone's here is Catholic, but like, you could say, hey, Dad, I need a favor. My car broke, blah, 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 and I need to get it fixed. Could you help me out with that? And, and I'm going to say a prayer for so can you help my prayer get to the big man? You know what I mean? So, I mean, you got so many people behind you. This is so awesome. And they all love you. They love your family. You guys are so blessed. You just have to accept your blessing. You guys are so cool. You got so much going for you. All righty. Yeah, you just got to grab it.
Okay. That was Daphne just now that you were talking?
I don't know. I mean, I know Daphne, I think, was just talking to.
Okay.
I just said, I'm not sure. They all yelled, Daphne!
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Monkey 3 family. I'm Vanessa. Can I have a message from my daddy?
Okay. First off, he loves being called daddy. He really, right away, he said, Daddy's little girl. He loves being called daddy, and he's always going to be daddy. I couldn't believe that right away. Oh, I'm daddy. Yeah. Yeah, his message is just, he loves you, he's there for you, and he's always going to be daddy. I mean, this love is so, he's safe. He wants me to tell you that he's safe, and he's full. I don't know. I'm not able to translate the thought he's giving me. It's sort of like he's whole, or he's full, or it's not complete. That's not the word, but it's like, I'm not sure. He won't be complete until like the rest of the family, like you're there, but he doesn't want you to rush there. When I say things like that, people are like, oh, I got to get, no, that would make them very sad. But he just feels good, and he'll always feel like, that's all I can say. It's a feeling more than a word, and he wants you to know that it's good. Don't worry about him. Everything's good. He worries about you, but he doesn't do it in a I'm worried way, more in a I care for you way. Okay?
Okay.
Well, you guys have lots of loving people.
Maud Matilda. Anything from my ex, John S., that passed on the 15th of March.
Oh, gee, that was so recent.
Very recent.
Lots of times when people pass that recent, sometimes you've got a 50-50 chance that they might not even be a spirit yet. Ooh. I'm trying to get him, but all I'm feeling is not the best energy. I don't know if he wasn't on the best terms with you when he passed away, or if there was something else going on, or if I just don't have him yet. But I feel like he had time to reconcile with you, and that's how I feel. I'm feeling like he may have had time to reconcile with you, but I don't feel like he's at a point where I can talk to him yet. Maybe next month, he'll come through. or you can email me and we can see what we can do, because I'm not getting a clear thing on him. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Next one is Carol McCartney.
Mhm.
Can you connect with Susan Morphew, Maya Millett, or my mother?
Susan Morphew is a missing person. And missing persons are really not what we're here for right now. Yeah, because when I do missing people, I have to put a lot in, because I just don't want to scan over them. I want to know a lot about them.
Okay.
I'm talking to your relatives, but if I talk to her, it's going to be like an hour and a half, 2 hours of just her, because I have to get all her details. Your mother, let's see. Your mother says you eat foods that she's reminding me to remind you, be careful what you're eating, that it doesn't bother you, that I don't know. She says that you've been eating things again that bother you, and you have to be careful not to eat those things, because they bothered her and they're going to bother you. Don't know, but she does. She misses you, but she I don't know. I'm having a hard time reading her. It's almost like, now this is going to sound weird, but it's almost like she's still alive. So I have no idea if her spirit is so close to the living that she's barely out of her body. Like her body might be dead, but her mind is still like not disconnected to the point where she might even be stuck to you, or might be stuck to someone else. Like her soul said, "Oh, I'm not dead. I think I'll just go halfway possess someone, not possess them like in the Exorcist or anything, but like attached to someone else, so she thinks she's still alive." It's rare, but it can happen. That's really wild. That's really, really wild. Anyway, when you walk around, talk to people, relatives, whatever, see if any one of them feels more like your mother than usual after, since your mother's passed away. It might be a while, but like look at them, talk to them the way you would have talked to your mother, and see how they reply. That would be really interesting.
Okay. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Lori Deathrich is my mama, my guardian angel. She said she would watch over me.
She's one of them. I see 3 guardian angels like this. You have 3 guardian angels, and then you have a cap angel, like a angel that overwatches a whole bunch of like people who are connected to you, like family, whatever, friends, like people who are energetically connected. But you have 3 unique guardian angels, and your mother's one of them. She also is like, it's like you have this like almost like sheet music, and she's one of your guardian angels. Sometimes she'll pop over here, but she's definitely watching over you. Yes. And she really loves you a lot. She helps you find things. It's a really interesting, neat thing that some guardian angels do, and your mother does this for you. I'm sorry, I'm looking in other places. she helps you find things. So if you lose something, just ask her. Say, hey, Mom, I lost my glasses. Where are they? She'll say they're on the top of your head. You might not hear her say it, but all of a sudden you go, bing, out, carpal tunnel. Now I know where they are, and or you'll put your keys down. You put them down somewhere. You'll look, they're not there. You'll go look for everywhere else. You come back, they're exactly where you put them because Mom put them back. So there you go. I love it when angels and spirit guides do that. Lori, she's awesome. She's one of my favorite. She's been with me since the beginning. She's awesome. One of my favorite subs.
Okay.
I got a lot of favorite subs. Everyone here is a favorite sub.
Rachel Belanger. I've had so many close family members pass. My Meme and Pepe and my Aunt Cindy.
Oh, a nice French person like me. I have a Meme and a Pepe.
My Grandma Madeline and Grandpa Clayton.
Okay, let's see. Maybe my Meme and Pepe are hanging out with your Meme and Pepe. My Pepe died at 102. We figured we'd have to just drag him over. Hey, Pepe, cross over and give him a kick. Let's see. Yeah, I see that her family, I see her here. I see a male presence here, a brother, a cousin, something. And all of the relatives that she's talking about, all of the people who are in spirit are like in the middle, and they actually flange out like an upside down T. And it's like they are with them both on both sides. And it's like a protection, but it's odd that they're in between them. I've never seen that before. I've seen them arc over, but I've never seen them in the middle like that. So I wonder if these two people, if you and this other person either don't know each other, but you're related, or you're totally in different family lines, or you just, for some reason your energy just clashes and they're smoothing it out. But whatever way you both of you actually have this incredible, like I was saying, Daphne, I know you have this incredible choir of people. Honestly, not as many as she does, but you still have a lot. You still have a lot of people. But they're right in between the two of you. So you share these people, but it's separating you from this other person. And they do love you, and you do have a spirit guide. You have 4 spirit guides. Your number 1 spirit guide that's human, or was human, is a grandfather. Okay. And for some reason, I think I'm getting the name kind of like Al. I don't know why the name has an Al in it, but I could be wrong on that. But that's what I'm hearing. And you have 2 angelics. So you're pretty well made, pretty well done. I also am getting the sense that there's a energy halo around you. So that means that, let your life calm down. I know it's like we've all been in quarantine. How can you get any calmer? But I mean, like, feel peace, because this is a peace thing around you. Try to feel peaceful. What do we got next?
From Lori Deatherage.
Yes.
Please tell me if Mama and son have found each other in heaven.
Oh, right away. Right away. No question. That I saw, as soon as she said that, I saw, boom, right away. No question at all. That is perfect. Everything around that is perfect. Everything around that is perfect. I don't see any issues around that at all. And yeah, I don't see any issues around that at all. I see, as a matter of fact, I see that there is a certain amount of light that is actually circling Lori, that is a very large healing, almost in a gratitude, that has to do with some sort of gratitude around some situation that has to do with something about crossing. I don't know if this is connected to this or if it's connected to something else, but there is a large, like starburst of gratitude. Oh, by the way, I have seen that on several of you, but I haven't really mentioned too much of it. Some of you, it's been small. Some of you, it's been large. I mentioned it on Lori because it was like smack. So I felt like I should have said something too. I didn't want to just give her one sentence. Okay.
I'm jumping back to Shri here for a minute.
That's fine.
Does anyone from the spirit world have a message for me? I know you said you couldn't reach my mom, but does anyone else have a message for me?
There is a dog. Okay, your spirit. I always let people talk to their people because I feel it's more important than animals usually. Somebody's saying I want to talk to my mother. I feel bad talking to people's pets, but there is a dog and oddly enough a cat. But there is this dog that is just, it's like full of positive energy, and it's a dog that you had when you were younger, and the dog just wants you to know that it's protecting you, and it scares away if a person is there that doesn't have good intentions. The dog gives off some sort of energy growl, and that's what the dog is telling me that. But this is a dog that and the cat is there, but the cat is more of a comfort, like at night if you're lying down and you put your head against the pillow and it feels warm. It's like the cat energy is there. Can't find my mouth.
Okay, next is from Aaron.
Yeah.
My uncle hung himself in a swing set out back of the house he lived in. I'd love to know if he's crossed over peacefully.
When people commit suicide, a lot of people think that they don't cross over peacefully. And at first they don't. All right. Because, in their own panic mind, they don't. It's like, oh my God, what did I do? They get out of their body. They see themselves hanging. They freak out. They panic. They end up, you ever see the movie Ghosts? It's like they're running around but it's not exactly like that, but it's kind of like they're running around. They don't know what's going on. But then they calm down, and a lot of them at that point see some sort of light, or some relative or some light being leads them into the light. A lot of people believe, and a lot of people are taught, that if you commit suicide, you go directly to hell, or you go to purgatory to work off your things. But what I have found with the experience of working with the dead is that once the dead who have committed suicide are done running around and thinking that they're not worthy, and then they finally look at the light, or look at the God energy or Christ energy or whatever that you God or Christ or whatever it is you want to call this, or they're angels. Then they realize, they come to understand that it's an illness. It's a mental illness that drives them to take their own life. Nobody just gets up one morning and says, you know what? I think I'm going to kill myself this afternoon. It is a huge depression, mental illness that drives you to kill yourself. It's like you got a broken arm, you go get it healed. You got, a liver disease, you go get it treated. You have mental illness. A lot of people don't get that treated, or they give them medications that make it worse, and then they end up committing suicide. And we have a compassionate God, and God says suicide is a mental illness, and he doesn't damn people for mental illness. So those people do go to the afterlife, to where it's beautiful because of their mental illness. They're not committing self-murder. They're committing a mental illness thing. So let me make sure that I just didn't speak out of my butt. But I know I didn't, so I'll check for you.
One second here. From Tammy Barnes. Do you see my cousin Michael around you?
Hang on, I'm looking at the last
sorry,
one.
I didn't realize. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, he is crossed over, and he says, if you want the truth, he feels kind of stupid. He said that was a really dumb place, and he wants you to know that the one thing he regrets most about it, if you have to ask him, is how much hurt he put other people through. But he knows that it's he just he knows that now that I told you about this, that he was sick, and he hopes that people can come to understand that, and because he knows that he hurt so many people. Okay, next. Now I got it. Now I'm there.
Sorry. From Tammy Barnes, do you see my cousin Michael around you?
He wants a tarot reading. Yeah. He just said, yeah, read my tarot. Funny guy. Was he always this funny? Yeah, he's okay. He's fine. Did he go to the prom with you? He said something about going to hey, you remember the prom or something like that. I don't know, but he said he's like, read my tarot cards. But he said something about the prom. I don't know. I'm sorry. He's not being really clear. He's laughing a lot. We can try him again in a little bit, or see if he'll stop laughing. Okay. He just said, I don't believe in this bullshit. You can't talk to ghosts. Okay. Voila. There you go. This is why he's giving me a hard time. He's laughing and he's saying, read my tarot, and read my cards. You can't talk to ghosts. This is all crap. So, here you go. I love it when that happens.
Next.
Yeah.
Okay, Kathy DeRosa, can you Please, do you feel my mom and twin grandsons? My mom's name was Margaret.
Okay, first off, I see her. I see your mom. I see her holding the baby. The babies were premature, weren't they? But I see your mom. She's holding the babies. She's showing me the babies. I'm sorry, water does that to me. She's showing me the babies, and she's showing me the babies that they're full term and that they're the babies are full term and they're beautiful babies. But I think she's telling me that they were premature. Like they're infants. When you first said twins, I was seeing little kids toddling, but she's showing me infants. She loves babies. She said she loves babies, and she says she misses going shopping with you. But she said, don't worry. If you want them all, you'll get them all. I guess wherever she is, in her paradise, you want them all, you get them all. So you could she says you could take the baby, you could take your grandchildren shopping, or take the grandchildren shopping, and she'll get them all. And you guys can go get your hair done, get your nails done, but she won't get her nails done. Not this time, because she could scratch the babies. She's not going to. I don't know. She's just going on and on and on and on. And she says she always wins bingo when she plays, but she doesn't play. Not much. And she wants to take that cruise. She talks. She's talking and talking. You should talk to her sometime. She loves to talk. Okay, what do we got, hon? I'm sorry, her mom's still just chatting away.
Little Southern is saying, I'm trying to reach Kenny Tremonti. My dad, is he okay?
Your dad is super, super fine. He told me to tell you that he is eating the best darn barbecue he has had in years. That's something he hasn't been able to have. The type of barbecue he wants, he hadn't been able to have, and now he can have as much as he wants. He can have all the fatty pulled pork he wants, and he is loving it. And he just wanted to let you know that don't worry about him. Don't worry about anything. Everything is good. He's loving it. Absolutely. Don't worry. Everything is good. And he'll be there when you get there. And it's going to be great. And so don't worry. Don't worry at all. And I have to tell you, don't rush, because he has no concept of time where he is. So you don't have to rush to be there.
Okay. Bear with me here.
Yep.
From Melissa, my sister. Why is my sister leaving me out of everything? Her name begins with a K.
Is it Kayla? Anyway, she's leaving. She's jealous. Plain and simple. She feels like you would take attention away from her. She just feels like you take the attention away. And I'm really sorry, but I don't know. I don't know how you're going to take the attention away, but she just feels like you take the attention away. I'm sorry.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm okay.
Okay.
You can ask her, was it Melissa? If you need a follow-up on that, let me know, because I have some other stuff, but I need to see what you have to say.
Ready for the next one? Okay.
Yeah.
From Karen Matson. My mom died of lung cancer in 94. Is she doing okay, and does she have a message for me?
Okay. Your mom's fine. Okay. And your mom's fine. She I don't know what I mean. I'm going to tell you what she just said. She said, "I don't know why you're still doing that, and but it's okay." Basically, she said her words are kind of like, "I don't know why you're still doing that, but it's your life." But she said that it's okay that she can't judge. She's not going to judge, and that she loves you, and that there's a lot of beautiful things going on with you, and she's proud of what you've been making, what you've been making since she's been gone. She's seen your whole life blossom. She's been watching you, and she's just been watching you blossom, and it's been amazing to her to watch you blossom like that. I'm sorry, the whole thing about the choices, that was for someone else. That was somebody else's mother who died of lung cancer. Because your mother just said, wait, that's not me. I want to tell her I really am proud of her and how she blossomed out and made a life for herself. Somebody else's mom died of lung cancer and said, I'm a little concerned about the choices you made, blah, blah, blah. This is your mother's, like, I really, really am so proud. I watched you blossom out, and I'm very proud. Okay, next.
Yvette Lagunas. Are there any messages from my family? Tina, Eva, Felix, Bobby, Johnny, Jerry.
From or for?
From.
Okay. Sorry, I asked them to get some tissues. That's what the funny nose thing.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay. Would you guys give me some room here? All right. They're saying to me, we showed up last time and we tried to tell her that, you're not alone either. They're saying, do you have a Chihuahua? If you do, and it's you that I see that has the Chihuahua, they said one of them is like in your Chihuahua, like gets sort of in your Chihuahua, and you kind of know it because it might be a different dog, but like a Maltese or a little poodle type thing, a poodle cross or something. But for some reason, I'm seeing a Chihuahua, and they in this dog, and they act like the dog kind of acts like this person. You could almost look at the dog and say, "Are you in there?" And it's like they're all around, just like the other people, but you could see them in your life, especially two of them, and I can't pick out which two they are right now. But you know which two they are, and you see them everywhere. You see them like in places. You see them. It's like if you had somebody brought flowers, you would sort of see their faces like pareidolia in the flowers, or you see pictures of them. All of a sudden, you pick something up, and a picture of them will fall out, or it's like those particular two seem to always be there, and it's because they're always telling you they're there, and embrace that because they're there with you. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's meaningful to you. They love you. They really do. And you know what, too, they want to tell me is that they want to say, and this probably goes for a lot of people, even though sometimes there was strife or rubbing sometimes, that's all gone now. A lot of times that's part of the human condition. And when we leave the human body, that human condition goes away, and we don't have that anymore. Okay.
Next one?
Yeah, next one.
Purple Moon. I really need to hear if my best friend and world, it's TAIDHG, Burke Neff, is there, and if he's doing okay. He was killed in a car accident in 2013.
On the highway? Hang on. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, it's like it was like not knowing, it was like not knowing. It was like not knowing what happened. It was like not even knowing what happened. And then not even knowing what happened. No matter, it was just like not even like, oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God, what's going on? It was more of a, it was more of a autopilot. And it's like being underwater in slow motion and not really seeing or hearing or, it wasn't as bad as you think it would be. He doesn't want you to think a rerun and it's all gone. Just like the last person I was talking about, it's all gone. That's all gone. Even to remember it, to talk to me, to tell you, it was a struggle for him to even remember that, for me to get it to you. And he can't even really remember it in a lot of detail. he just said the same. He just said something like the person a couple of times before. He said, the people that were left behind are the ones who felt the pain. And that's something that's worse, far worse than what happened to him. And he is so, he wishes that he could make that go away. But don't be afraid that he is in any pain or in any bad place. That if he could take a magic wand, he would make all of your pain, all of your memories, all of the things that hurt you go away. And all of everyone else that are hurt go away. Because he's fine and he loves you. Okay? Boy, I'm shaking.
I can feel it in the room.
Yeah.
You need a moment to reset?
I'll just take a breath.
Do you need me?
No, I'm gonna have a sip of my soup. Squash soup. Good stuff. Oh. Wow. Okay. Glasses that fall off. I washed my hair this morning. Look at this. Quarantine hair. I need to go get it taken care of.
I don't have that problem anymore.
Yeah, Ken has no hair. I stole it all. All right. Who do we got next?
Ready?
Yeah.
Gina Asenkeo. I'm sorry, Gina, for mispronouncing your last name. My best friend died a few years back on my daughter's first day of school.
Oh,
We
no.
were besties. Do you have anything for Gina?
Well, that is so sad.
And I got part of her question there. I hurriedly tried to just make sure.
Oh. Yeah, that was heartbreaking.
Did she overdose? Is the question. Here we go.
Not on purpose. I'm so sorry. It was not on purpose. She didn't, it's like losing track. Do you know what I mean? I mean, she didn't do it on purpose. It was, how much? What did I take that? Did I, how much? Oh, did I? I don't think I did. Oh, what the heck? I mean, oh my goodness. Oh boy, that's so sad. Oh, that is so sad. What a mix of feeling, wow, bringing the, she didn't do it on purpose. It was bad calculation. It's worse when they don't mean it, actually. She died by surprise. What happened to me? What's going on? Sometimes people want attention. Sometimes people, I don't know. Let me grab her really fast. She's almost embarrassed. I mean, she's crossed over, but she's almost embarrassed. She's afraid talking to her again will really hurt you because she doesn't know what to say except, that she's sorry, and she feels like that's not going to cut it. I'm trying to get her to talk to you. I mean, to tell me what to say to you, but okay, here's what she says. She says she feels like saying sorry to you is never going to be good enough for the pain she caused. But she really never meant it. She really, was a drama queen. And she was a drama queen, and she wanted attention. She really, and that she's sorry won't cut it. So she's not even gonna say she's sorry so much as she's going to say, ask you to forgive her, and just to tell you that you were one of the best things, probably the best thing that ever happened to her. And she just wants you to know that. And that she'll be waiting for you on the other side when you get there, because she wants to start again and make it good again. Okay? That's what I got from her. She's taken off, kind of like with her tail between her legs. I'm sorry.
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
From Norton Chick. Would love a message from my mom. She passed away in July, and I'm struggling to spend this first Mother's Day without her.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, first off, you won't be spending it without her. You will be spending it without her body and without, her voice and hugs and flowers and stuff. But remember to invite her. Excuse me. Remember to invite her to Mother's Day. Remember. Oh, excuse me. I shouldn't have touched the soup. Remember to invite her. I'm so awful. Remember to invite her to Mother's Day. Remember to have her come and sit down and, just say, hey, Mom, I know you're up there in spirit, but we'd like you just to come and visit. And, if you're having even if you're just having grilled cheese for lunch, say, hey, Mom, come have some grilled cheese with us. It's Mother's Day. We want to have you celebrate. And she will. You'll feel her around. Okay, so let's see. Your mother said you'll always be her baby. Oh, she's so sweet. And that I don't know. She says you'll, even though she remembers you as a bit not rambunctious, cantankerous at times. You're so adorable, and you'll always be her baby. She's seeing you as a little toddler. That's what she's showing me. But so she's thinking of you that way right now. And your mom is okay. She's doing good, and she said to me, I have seen the Lord, and nothing can compare to that. Except my babies. So your mom is so happy, and everything is good. Everything is good. Try to relax. And I know it's going to be hard. I know you just can't. Grieving takes a long time, and everyone grieves at different rates. You just got to let it happen. Now that even though now you know she's fine, you're still going to grieve. But know that she's right there on your shoulder. Okay?
Well, thank you, Karen Matson. Thank you very much, Karen.
Are you talking loud enough so that they can hear you?
I hope so. That microphone's big enough. It better pick me up.
Hey, you guys should be able to hear him, right?
Next one is from Kelly Gillette regarding Granny. She's saying, Granny, do you talk to me, and does my dad talk to me?
all the time. Don't you hear us? Or do you think you leave the television on? Um, uh, yeah, but again, when spirits talk to you, some people are, have audio hearing and they can probably hear little voices. People who hear that sometimes think they're crazy. They'll be like, "Oh, I heard that only when you hear voices you're going nuts." Maybe some people are, but not most people. A lot of times people will hear spirit guides or their relatives talking to them. I mean, if it says to you, "Go out and kill someone," don't listen. That's not a spirit guide. Usually that's either you're nuts or you need to get a exorcism. But if sometimes your spirit guides will, you'll hear them telling you, important things like, um, listen to good things, whatever. Um, or your relatives will come by and say, don't forget to call grandma, she's lonely, or or whatever. Well, one of the great examples is I had a person, the spirit guide said to them, don't leave yet, stay home. And they stayed home, and then they didn't get in a car accident. So you can hear spirit guides. Yeah. If you can't hear them auditorially, a lot of people can hear them, like just feel that they hear them. Like they can all of a sudden feel something is being told to them, like a feeling, like, like a gut feeling. And that can be their spirit guide. So yeah, you can hear, and your dead relatives, people who are with you, they can do that too. Sometimes a dead relative wants to talk to you so much, all of a sudden a TV or a radio will turn on, or your Alexa will say something, and you're like, what? And like Alexa might say, time to go to bed. And then you look at the clock and it's like, holy moly, this happened to me. It was like 5 a.m. and I'm still working on getting a video ready for you guys. And my Alexa went, time to go to bed. And it was like, Alexa, nobody talked to you. Then I looked at the time. I'm like, holy moly, it is time to go to bed. It was like my spirit guide was telling me it's 5:30 in the morning. You got to get up at 9, So yeah, you can hear them.
Sorry.
Next.
Next is Renee Goodman. My mom, can you reach out to her? And her name is Winona.
Winona Goodman.
Goodin.
I was going to say Winona Goodman sounds like somebody from Hollywood. Winona who?
Goodin.
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 Yeah, your mom is did your dad might be, I think your dad is probably still alive, but your mom, either your mom had a husband before her current husband that might be still alive, or your mom had a husband or a boyfriend in a previous life, if you're into that stuff, because your mom just told me that she has a gentleman friend that she's enjoying the company of. But let me take that back. My spirit guide just told me to take that back, because it's not a sexual relationship. There's no real sexual relationships when you cross over anyway. But not unless, let's not get into that. But for all intents and purposes, there is no sexual relationships on the other side. But I'm not going to go there. It's too complicated. But your mother has a gentleman boyfriend, not a boyfriend, a gentleman friend. And it's platonic, but she really enjoys his company. And so she's very happy with him. Not so if your father's still alive, he's not a threat of any kind. Besides, when your father, if your father crosses over with him, I don't think it is your father, but they'll all three be friends. Who knows? But she really enjoys his company, and she's feeling very good. And yeah, she's doing good. And yeah, and she knows you're okay. She's watching out for you. Yeah, watching out for the family. But she really likes this guy.
Okay, from Shannon. Can you talk about the R name that died from overdose? I need to hear from the love of my life, Ricky. And I can't tell from the wording whether Ricky is the name of the person.
That's okay. Not a problem. He's okay. He was shocked at first. I mean, he felt like he was in shock. He didn't know what happened. He really kind of didn't know. It was like, and so he was in shock at first. But he's okay right now. He's fine. He thought about coming back, but then he figured he'd wait and wait for you, and or wait in general too. But he's good. He is everything. What I'm getting from him is I'm hearing don't worry, babe. Don't worry, babe. You worry too much. You get things in your head. You let things spin around in your head. But, don't worry. You're don't get uptight. But you're okay. I'm saying you're okay. Everything was too much. Everything was on fire at one point. It was like a fire alarm. Everything was on fire in your life. It was like there was a point where everything in your life seemed to be on overdrive. At least this is how he's telling me that life was on overdrive. And his life was on overdrive. And everything came to a screeching halt. And that's when he realized that from where he was, he had to work to, bring your life and I think his sisters, but your life to a better place. And he's always been working for you, working with you, working around you. And that's another reason why your love for him has never died, because his love for you hasn't. He's always been around you. He's always been loving you. He's always been there with you. And he just said to me, it's like he took a bullet for you. And what I'm hearing in that, or what he's implying, is that it was either you or him. I don't know. But he's good. He's really good. And he is, it's almost like that was his purpose, to be your angel. That's so cool. I mean, it's horrible that he died like he did, but it's almost like that was his reason to live. Wow. awesome. Awesomest in a way.
Okay.
Do you have another water?
Um,
Oh, I don't want that one.
I'll have to go get one. Another question here from Little Southern. Can you ask Kenny Tremonti to tell you the name of my half sibling? She found out she had Little Southern found out they had a half sibling, and there's a 2-part question.
No, I don't play parlor games. I'm not gonna have somebody say, have a spirit tell me the name of this person or that person.
Yeah, it was their father had passed, and she found out after that she had a.
Yeah, but she's saying, have this ghost tell me the name of this person or that person. If you go down that road, then you end up playing like you're answering machine all the time, and then you end up having all these people say, you better answer this right, or I'm not going to do this, or you better answer that right, or you're not going to do this. And it's one of those things.
Okay. Rachel Belangi is asking,
and the thing is that if people, well, I just want to say one thing, guys. If you say, I need to know the name of this person, tell this dead person to tell me the name of that person, I won't answer. But if you say to me, if we're talking about something and it comes up, I will tell you. But later, I might tell you while we're talking, because it's not that I don't get the name, because often I do, but I don't get them all the time. Spirits aren't going to be, answering machines. But lots of times, one of my teachers said to me something. He said, when you ask for proof, you don't get it. But when you need proof, you don't get it. But when you don't need proof, you do. And so quite often when I talk to people and they say, give me this proof, the spirits won't even give it to me. But if I were talking to you and then I said, oh, by the way, and then your person said that you have a half sibling, and then they'll give me the proof that you have this half sibling. So that's why I don't like play parlor games like, and your brother says that his name is blah, blah, blah. But if we were talking about something else and it came up, or I might write you later and say, oh, and by the way, your brother's name is this. But I don't do that, because then everybody starts asking me, oh, and then tell me this. Oh, prove it. Tell me that. Prove it. Tell me this. And it's just going down a long line of crap. I don't want to sit here all day and have people ask me, well, if you're psychic, then tell me this. Or if you're psychic, tell me that. I hope you guys understand.
This one's from Rachel Belange.
Mm-hmm.
She's asking if the name Carrie Bright rings a bell. Any bells?
Carrie Bright. Does it ring any bells with me?
In regard to Rachel Belange. Or Belanger, depending on where.
Well, I do have a Carrie. I don't know if it's Rachel's Carrie, but I do have a Carrie. I have a Carrie who she's about 20 to 30 years old. And she passed away from, I think, an illness. She's showing me herself like she's sick, like she passed away from a sickness. I don't know if this is your Carrie. You can tell me. I don't know. So let me know if that's your Carrie, because I can't tell you otherwise, because I just see this is the only Carrie here. She's in her maybe late 20s to mid 30s. She looks like she's passed away, because I see her. She's kind of like this, and then she's like on a hospital stretcher or an ambulance stretcher, and that's all I see of her. She's not talking to me. if you, I asked her if her last name's Bright. She's not talking. I don't know. That's all I got on her. I do have the last 3 times this fellow Peter has come here. The last 2 times, I don't know if anybody. Last 2 times, nobody knew him, so I don't know if anyone knows him this time. We have this guy Peter here. He's an older fellow. He's showing me himself. Gray mustache, kind of a bushy, kind of kind of bushy. He's got he's presenting himself wearing what I think is a bad toupee. He'd probably only have hair like around this area. He's rather thin, gaunt type person. He might have died of a sickness that made him go gaunt. He's presenting to me wearing a gray sweater, black pants, and a white shirt under it, and he's got a cane. Does he look familiar to anybody? Who belongs to Peter? This is the 3rd time he showed up. Nobody belongs to Peter. Okay. Did Melissa come by with her follow-up? I just saw her name. Did she have a question on the follow-up?
Do you have a follow-up from Melissa?
Oh, I was going to ask if she was going to, I wanted to know if she had a question on what I had said.
I don't have it. Sorry, we have like 30 questions queued up here. We're
okay, we'll go on to the next one.
Yeah, sorry, Melissa. I do not. If you're asking if you have a follow-up, if we have a follow-up from you, I don't. Please repost.
Okay, who do we have though in the?
Okay, from Tay Brooks, can you please see if my brother that was murdered at 23 will come through? His name is Derek Phillips. It was an unsolved cold case.
Ooh. Unsolved cold case.
Tay
Derek.
Brooks. I hope I said that right. Tay Brooks.
Oh boy. Was he kidnapped? Oh, I am seeing a lot. He's like showing me pictures. So if she could email me, I think we really could do something with this. I think that I'm seeing something about like some sort of kidnapping, and then something on the side of the road with broken glass. Oh boy. There might be maybe a bicycle. I don't know. The visions that he's giving me, I feel like there's a bicycle. This is what I'm seeing. Okay. I don't know if this is connected. I don't know. When I see him, I see a bicycle. I see a car, but it's nighttime. I see broken glass. And I see a fire hydrant. And that's what he's showing me. Oh, and a sidewalk. And that's and a fire hydrant on the sidewalk. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but I would like to go through this. So please email me. Okay?
I've got one question and then a question from Melissa after that.
Okay.
Melissa to know that. From Gina Senkeo. Gina, I'm sorry, I followed through on your questions here. She's asking, did my question Cat Toledo overdose? This is a separate one from another overdose question. I went through and checked.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think she's saying, you know, you know, no, it's like, no, I didn't, nobody, it's like, duh, nobody intends it, but yeah, yeah. You don't, yeah, it's, yeah, 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 yeah. She's this, yeah. It's like people say you can't swear after you crossed over. They're wrong. No, they're wrong. Yeah. When you get to the point where I forget her name, where she's up in that beautiful angelic spot where it's all white light and you're not in, wow, up there, you're not going to swear. But when you're in your average spirit spot, yeah, you could swear. And she is. Okay, next, hon.
Okay, this is from Rachel. Nope, sorry, wrong one. Melissa, not Rachel. Rachel was answered. Melissa is
Same Melissa, different Melissa.
Melissa N. Did my sister do something with the beneficiary papers before my mom died?
I really want to say, I really wish I could say no, but I can't really say no. I think your sister, would say she, quote, put them in a safe place. But your mom has had a lawyer write those up. Find the lawyer, and then you can get a copy of them. That's what I just heard. Because you're not going to get a copy from your sister. You know what I mean? So, but I just heard that find out who wrote them up. Your mother had a lawyer write them up, or a paralegal. Find out who, and get a copy. You won't get it from your sister. I'm sorry. I hate having to tell people stuff like that. Okay, next.
Kathy DeRosa. Can you hear my mom, Margaret, and 2 grandsons who died at birth? I thought we had answered this.
I think we did. Her mom, unless it's somebody at the same situation, because I saw a mom, unless I saw the wrong person, but I did see a mom who were holding 2 little babies. Yep. And the woman was just talking and talking and talking. And the woman was so sweet. And she had the little babies, and she was talking about how they could go shopping, and they would just go shopping, and all kinds of things like that. Ask her, are you the same person we had talked to before and you just missed the answer?
I may.
Or did you forgot and ask the question again?
No, I've checked everything off, but some people have asked multiple times.
Oh, yeah, because maybe they didn't.
So that may have been the reason.
Yeah.
Why, because as I read it, I realized I think you talked about it. Okay. And Renee Gooden, can you give me a sign that my mom is okay?
Can I give you a sign? I'll ask your mom to give you a sign, because I don't know that I can. But your mom, I'm going to ask your mom to give you a sign. Wish I could get that. While I'm talking, can you run out and get me another water? Yeah. All right. I'm going to ask your mom. Well, I'm going to ask your mom that tonight when you're sleeping, that that you feel someone just before you fall asleep. I'm going to ask your mom to touch you, that you feel like someone's touching you I'm going to ask her to feel like, maybe someone's touching you here, or you feel someone stroking you maybe, or pulling your toes or something. But you're going to feel something. I'm going to have her feel like she's touching you somewhere. Okay? Thank you, hon. I need the next water. And so that's what I'll do. I'll ask her to do that.
Okay. And, next one is from Carly Gibson. Any messages from my daddy, Stephen Andre Holmes?
Oh, there's a Kate S. too. Let's ask her questions. I mean, she's upset. I think she's been asking a question for a while.
Where is Kate?
It says, why are other people's questions
asked way after mine being answered and mine is ignored? I asked at the beginning of the session.
Oh, Kate, ask again. Kate, ask it. She's a nice person.
To those who we've missed, I'm really sorry. I've tried to capture as many as I can, and I do apologize if I've missed your question. What I'm having to do is cut them out or copy them out to a notepad with check marks beside them, and I'm trying to tick them off as we go through. So my apologies if I've missed you.
Yeah. Ask your question again, hon. In the meantime, throw one more at me.
Okay, from Carly Gibson.
Uh-huh.
Any messages from my daddy, Stephen Andre Holmes, or anyone else? My dad was killed before I was born, and I'm 28 now with two kids. Is he proud of me, and does he have any messages?
He wishes that he had, watched you grow up from right there. Sorry, it's the water. And did you name one of your kids after him? Because he said that he wanted to thank you for that. He really is proud of you. He really is. And he actually contemplated being one of your children, but instead he is part of the energy. He's like in the energy of your family, and there's a wonderful feeling that he has when he visits. He didn't have a long life. He had a very intense life, and he feels the comfort when he visits. He's doing good, and he loves you, and he really loves his grandchildren. And it's a good thing. Nothing to worry about. It's all good. Okay, did Katie S. get it done?
I am the first
ex-husband.
thing we have from her. Okay, first thing I have from her is I hope I'm in the queue. There was nothing previous.
No. I love if you could connect with my ex-husband, Rob Jackson.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, Kate.
Does he know our daughter Anna? Okay, all right. Yeah. Well, first thing he said was about the cat, okay? The very first thing he said was keep the cat because he can see through the cat's eyes when he needs to. He does. He says that's what she giggles about. When she sees him, she giggles, and Yeah. You know, he also said, you know, when he's there, you know, you can feel it. You know when he's there. And he's like, come on, she knows when I'm there. And they know. He says, I do the best I can to let them know. Um, and he's a real sweet guy. At least he is crossed over. He's a real sweet guy. And yeah, he oh boy, does he love his little girl. Oh boy, he said he's pledged his forever for her. What a sweet way to put it. He says, I said to him about her, and he said, I've pledged my forever for my little girl. That's so sweet. It's so sweet. Um, yeah, he's looking out for his family. And you know what he said? He said he would never ever hold it against you at all if you were ever to find a great love and even let that great love adopt her, because he wants whatever's best for her in her physical life, but that he would always, always be there for her in her heart, watching out for her, protecting her, making sure to keep her away from stupid troubles, making sure that she's, she doesn't get into the stupid things that life can bring her. What a sweet guy. Anyway, that's what I got.
Sorry, I'm just cutting and pasting here. I don't know how you want to handle the next question. It was
What?
from Melissa, and again regarding her mom and the insurance papers. I didn't know if you wanted to take that offline.
I already, about her sister and the.
Yeah, it's an additional. In addition,
Okay.
she's asking for mom. She says her mom was sending out insurance papers before she died to make sure she was a beneficiary. Did her sister stop them from being mailed? I never know if you want to.
No, she didn't stop them from being mailed. She, well, yes and no. She didn't stop them from being mailed. She stopped them from being mailed to you. So that's kind of a strange question. That's why you need to contact your mother's lawyer, so that, or whoever wrote them up, so that they can be sent to you, or you have to send a certified letter to your sister, with proof that she got it, saying that you need an additional copy, or that you never received the copy, and you need a copy sent to you by, certified mail or whatever. You want a paper copy. You don't want it sent through the computer. And you're going to have to step up on this one, because your sister is just doesn't like you. Your sister is so jealous of you. Your sister's just jealous of you. Your sister believes that you got all the love when you were a kid, and she just has all kinds of. Just go around your sister whenever possible. I'm so sorry. I really am sorry.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, from Lioness of Gaia.
I'm just sinking into my chair.
From Lioness of Gaia, does my grandpa Bill Everett have a message for her? Laura is her name.
Your grandpa, if I got the right grandpa, he seems like the message I'm getting is more of a stay the course. This is the type of message I'm getting, kind of a stay the course. He's that type of, the message is sort of, keep on going. sure, and I'm leaving out I kind of like assume everyone knows at this point they love you, they care about you, because he does. He loves you, he cares about you. He also feels that you are his, prodigy, part of his family line, but he also has sort of this, we stay the course, we keep moving, good, go forward. Kind of a type guy. I don't. That's what I'm getting. If he's your Bill, that's what he's saying. A lot of bills here. Okay.
And I want to get to Shreve here because they've been very patient. And the question is from Shreve Walters.
Yeah, we're going to have to maybe a couple of more questions and call it. I'm getting tired.
It's tough because there's like easily 20, 30 more questions. I'm sorry, folks. We have to put a limit on here at some point. She was asking if you could help his wife reach out to a man named Jad to see if he has any messages for her.
Okay. Wait, to Chad.
Jad.
J-A?
J-A-D.
Ooh, I don't think Chad. I think Chad might be in another country. Yeah. Jad is. It's very hard to connect to Jad. I'm sorry. It's hard to connect to him. He's not particularly in the mood to talk to me, I think. He's staying at a distance here, but he is telling me that it's good to tell, that he's fine where he is, and to tell her that that everything is balanced. I don't know why he used that word. Everything is balanced. Everything is in balance, and he's happy that she's happy, and that he's happy, and he's happy that she's happy, and that's all I'm getting from him. He's like reluctant to talk to me, but that's what I'm getting from him.
Okay, I'm going to send out a message for any. We're reaching the limit here. Okay.
Yeah, and that we're all. Yeah.
Okay. So.
And then we'll answer what we have, and then but we're done.
Well, there's too many.
We already have a list of how many.
There's at least 30 questions ahead, so I.
Oh, that you have written down.
Yeah, that we won't be able to reasonably get through. I don't want. I can see I can feel your energy waning here, so I don't know.
Oh, why don't we do the ones we have already? Okay, the top of the list that are.
Yep, here we go.
Yeah.
From Aaron is my uncle. See, I'm getting tired.
See, even he's getting tired.
Is my uncle Mark the reason my grandmother snapped mentally? I feel like the downfall started there.
Oh. Yeah, I think you're right. I really think you're right. I think that's part of what's. I think that's part of what started it. I think also it's not just the loss of your Uncle Mike that started her downfall. I think that she was already slipping, and you didn't notice it until that happened. And it doesn't help that he's trying to help her. and she, because of her heightened state of, like, when a person is in that in that semi state where their mind and their brain aren't connecting right, sometimes their brain can let go of their mind a bit, and their higher self, if you will, for lack of anything else, their psychic self kind of is not here in the radio that your brain is. And so when she's not quite in there, she's like here and she can see him. And so, she's seeing him and he's like, I'm trying to make you feel better. I'm doing all this, I'm doing all that. And what's happening is it's making her slip more. So she might even be not telling people, but thinking, how come I can see him and no one else can? Or things like that. And so one of the things that we can do is ask him, and I'll do it because I have him, ask him to leave her alone. He's trying to help, but his help is not helping. So we're going to ask him not to help her, because then her cognitive abilities may get a little better. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Okay, he's giving me a different story. I'm gonna get all the spirit guides involved with this, involved with it, and get them to sort this out. Your grandmother she's in her slowly crossing over anyway.
She passed away in 2019.
Yeah, she's slowly crossing over. That's why I was like, wait, I got to get spirit guides involved in this, because all of a sudden her grandmother's over here. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I got to get spirit guides involved in this. So, yeah, the spirit guides are doing their thing now. We're, yeah, because this is a mess. All right, we got to clear all this out. It's a mess. Yeah. Okay. I left it to them. They're going to clear it out. Yeah, it was just really weird.
How's your energy doing? Do we need to close off anymore?
We're going to one more because I'm starting to really lose it.
Okay. From Lynn G. Ken. Oh, I don't know how to. I'll read exactly what was copied out. Lynn G. Ken. George, ask him if he watches over his kids.
Yeah, he watches over his kids. He also took up singing. I don't know if he sang before, but I can hear him singing. He really likes to sing now. But yes, he watches over his kids. He loves to watch over the kids. And he's happy because he's singing now. He just has this beautiful voice now and he's singing. And her grandmother doesn't know she's dead. Her grandmother she's circling around here. And she's like, what do you mean I'm dead? I'm not dead. We got 2 of them tonight that don't know they're dead. But I don't blame her. She doesn't have her. Okay, so that's why her spirit guides are going to have to. Wow. Okay, guys. One last thing. I have Susie and a Barbara. I asked everybody to go. I got a Susie and a Barbara. Neither one of them want to leave until they talk to who they belong to. So who gets Susie? Who gets Barbara? Or are we all done? Give you.
Let me just.
No Susie, no Barbara.
It looks like there was a couple of people that posted some questions before I came online.
Oh.
And I may have missed them because.
Oh, we got one here. She was the first one here. We didn't say her name.
Monkey 3. I'm looking through and I don't have.
Oh, wait.
I don't have them in the chat.
That's because she passed. She. Okay, what's up, monkey?
Oh, there we go.
Okay, what's up?
Anyone in my family send me a message. That's what I got from Vanessa.
Okay, what we have? Okay, monkey 3 family. Okay, I'm Vanessa. Okay, from her dad. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I did find it. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had to wait. It gets so overwhelming. We just have we just have Ken here, and I end up with my eyes closed most of the time. Let's see. Okay. Your dad says. Your dad says everything's okay, darling. He says, did he ever call you kiddo? Because I'm hearing it. Everything's fine, kiddo. He says don't work too hard. He says he really wants you not to work too hard and to take care of yourself. He's concerned. He's a little nervous, isn't he? He's a little bit of an uptight person, I think, because he's concerned, and I've never seen this happen. He's concerned about COVID, and it's like, you're dead. Why is that bothering you? But he wants you to just make sure you take care of yourself, and which is, but he just wants you to not to overwork. Mostly, he says that you're like him. You work too hard until you can get yourself exhausted and get yourself sick. But he says that's your best and your worst trait, and he loves you for it. But he also, wants you to take care of yourself and take care of the family, and don't be the workhorse. You don't have to take care of everybody. You know that? You just don't have to take care of everybody. Other people can take care of themselves. You're not responsible for everybody. And he really, really loves you. He wants to make sure that you don't work yourself to the bone. So that's what he says.
Okay, so you want to wrap it up there?
Yeah, I guess we catch everybody that was all set sometime.
There's no way we could have caught everybody.
Well, I know we caught it. We just got, yeah. Okay. We'll do another one next month, I guess. And we might end up changing the time to catch people who can't make this time slot. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hey guys, I think I'm going to be thinking about putting up maybe doing a Patreon type of thing where we have these every week, and we'll also, like, you guys get the videos ahead of time, and then and everyone gets like maybe a private card reading now and then or whatever, and or whatever. So I'm not doing it yet. I'm thinking about it, but if you guys have any ideas about it, just email me, and I might put up a survey about it or whatever. Okay. See you later, guys. Thank you all for coming. Love you all. I love you all. Bye bye.